This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a bake shop? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Kaleea Barbain, with Beautifully Baked. Kaleea, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. Now, we are so excited to learn all about you and your business. Can you start off by telling our listeners just a little bit about your company?
Yes, so my name is Kaleea Barbain. I'm 22 years old and I just opened my own at-home Christian bakery in Dallas, Texas last year in 2025. And so we're coming up on our first year anniversary with Beautifully Baked. And yeah, that's a little bit about the bakery. It's at home and I just make the treats with love, but still on a professional level. And I love connecting with people regarding it.
Wow, now you are very young to have your own business. How did you originally get into this industry?
Yeah, so I've always loved baking. Baking is always like a hobby for me. So I never thought about making it into a business until my dad recommended. He was like, "You should just try and see what happens." And so I took his advice. And ever since then, I just started taking off with the business, and people have really been enjoying it way more than what I expected.
Amazing. And where did your heart for baking come from?
I think it came from being with my stepmom, being with my grandma. They're always in the kitchen, they're always baking, they're always cooking. And so some of that passion just came from my upbringing.
Well, I certainly can relate to that. Now, Kaleea, what is the number one myth or misconception you come across on the day-to-day with your bake shop?
I think a myth or misconception that some people might have is that you can't make money if you're not in a storefront. And people might think that it's not going to work out if it's from your house. But in reality, that is not true. You can actually make as much money as anyone else or more right out of your home.
Now, Kaleea, in terms of staying in front of your audience, we know at the end of the day, marketing is the heart of every business. So, who are your target clients, customers, or audience? And how do you stay relevant today with them as far as your online footprint?
I think my audience is pretty wide because it's for everybody, all ages, no matter what age. A lot of people love sweets and treats, so I'm pretty much open to everyone. And my goal is just that people will taste and see that the Lord is good. That's our motto. And so if I can spread a little bit of Christ in there, a little bit of gospel, that is my goal.
Now, have you ever thought about doing your own podcast to extend your mission?
Um, I have thought about doing a personal podcast. I never thought about doing one for my business, but you never know. The sky is the limit, so we'll see if that happens.
Now, Kaleea, when you're not busy baking sweet treats, what do you and your family like to do for fun?
We love to watch movies. I love to do makeup, beauty, fashion, learning new things. I love to read. I'm learning Spanish, so I just love doing new things in general.
Now, what is one thing our listeners should remember about Beautifully Baked?
I would say one thing that you can learn from Beautifully Baked is that just to take a risk on yourself. Don't try to stay in a box. Try something new because you never know how that can change your life.
Now, Kaleea, in terms of trying something new or standing out, what is the number one ingredient that makes your company stand out to all the other bake shops?
I would say just by it being unique, just it's in its own lane. I'm not trying to compete or compare with anyone. I'm just trying to really do what the Lord's asked me to do, and just hopefully I can connect with people. That's my goal. It's more so connection over anything else.
So, what you're saying is what makes your shop stand out is that it is Christ focused, not just about selling treats. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And do you see in the future expansion of your bake shop?
Yes, I would love to have my own bake shop, like a storefront where people can come and they can sit down and enjoy, and it just feel like a family. I want it to feel like one big family.
Okay, Kaleea, do you have any New Year's resolutions tied to the increase of your business?
Well, one thing for our business is, of course, for it to grow, for it to continue to prosper, for new people to find out about it, and just to see where it could take me. I don't really have too many expectations or goals for it, just to see what all will happen this year.
Well, hey, I always say pray about everything and God will align your path. Now, where can our listeners go to learn more about Beautifully Baked?
Yes, so we have an Instagram page. It's underscore beautifully baked one, as well as Facebook page, beautifully baked. And we also have a TikTok page for beautifully baked as well.
Well, Kaleea, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. Or call 469-221-9345.